Hello, trading is closed on December 17th, 2013. I'm Jeffrey Tennant. I'd like to discuss today's stock market. There was only one mejt target for today. That was 1785.17 minus. It printed early and was a great resistance area. mejt targets tend to be support resistance areas. Typically we have support under the target and resistance over it. Sometimes support becomes resistance, and that's what happened today. There were a few signals today. In the morning the system said both higher and lower prices would print. We did get higher prices. We got high enough to satisfy the buy signal, but almost always we will get more than the price of 1785.27 plus, and that remains an optional target. It doesn't have to print tomorrow, but usually we don't have to wait long. There was a sell signal, and that worked immediately, but the system said it wouldn't stick, and it didn't. After this rally, we had a drop here which might have looked convincing. We had a rally which might have looked convincing, but mejt said neither one was for keeps, and each of these moves retraced. So today the system was pretty helpful. I said yesterday after the close that based on factors outside the system, that unless we gapped outside the day's range, which did not happen, that I didn't think any of these failed targets would print, and they didn't. The only mejt target we have for tomorrow is an optional one. I like to combine factors outside the system with mejt. I think if today's low holds, we could have a good rally. I would like to see a drop first for reasons outside the system. If we look at a longer term chart, I'm pretty confident that this low here will not hold. I think at some point it will break. But if you look here, we see a stilt-like move here and a stilt-like move here. And when you see stilt-like moves or gaps inside consolidations, the market likes to fill them either before or after. So it would not surprise me if at some point before breaking lower, we filled this area which goes up into the low 1800s. It's not required, but it usually happens. Tomorrow is a Fed day. Anything can happen. I'm almost always flat into the announcement because you can get pretty wild moves, which I personally can't predict. As far as tomorrow is concerned, we have an optional price, which doesn't have to print tomorrow, but I think will. What I would like to see is lower prices first, but today's low holds. And if that would happen, I think there's a good chance of this price printing and perhaps even higher than that. And that's today's call.